before we begin, hit that subscribe button, because tonight, we're going inside 3 McDonald's locations with histories so disturbing that employees refuse to talk about them. Managers deny they ever happened, and customers swear they saw things no fast food restaurant should ever hide. These are the top 3 haunted McDonald's that will shock you. And every story you're about to hear comes from real employees, real posts, and real unexplained events. Let's go to number 3. 3. The employee who only appeared on CCTV, Alton, Illinois. In 2014, the overnight crew at a McDonald's in Alton, Illinois began reporting something strange. Employees on the grill line kept hearing someone walking behind them, but every time they looked, no one was there. They joked that the store was haunted, but it wasn't until the cameras were checked that people started getting scared. It started with a simple complaint. Food was going missing from the warming rack. Not a lot. A couple McChickens, a box of nuggets, a large fry, always during the same 20-minute window between 1:40 and 2 a.m. The manager pulled the CCTV footage. There, in the top left corner of the break room camera, a figure walked calmly across frame. A tall young man in a McDonald's uniform, black apron, black cap, red shirt. He walked confidently, like someone who had worked the job before. His name tag blurred in the footage, unreadable. But here's the problem. None of the employees working that night recognized him. Even worse, he wasn't scheduled. And according to his movement, he never entered from the front door, back door, or side emergency exit. He appeared in one camera, moved through the hallway toward the freezer area, and then vanished out of frame. No door opened anywhere. The manager rewound the footage 3 times, thinking the DVR glitched. But the figure was always there. The next night, one of the crew members stayed late to see if it would happen again. His name was Tyler, 19 years old, quiet, kept to himself. He clocked out at 12:02 a.m., but stayed in the lobby on his laptop, pretending to wait for a ride. At exactly 1:47 a.m., he heard footsteps in the back hallway. Slow, even, purposeful. Tyler walked to the end of the counter, peeking around the corner. Nothing. But when he checked the CCTV feed on the manager's monitor, his stomach dropped. The figure was there again, walking down the hallway. Same uniform, same pace. But now, the figure stopped walking. It turned, and it looked directly into the camera. Tyler's blood ran cold. He sprinted out the front door and didn't stop running until he reached the gas station across the street. The next morning, he didn't clock in. He quit over the phone, saying only, "I'm not going back inside that building." Corporate was notified. They dismissed it as camera artifact distortion. But after the 3rd night, when the figure appeared again, this time standing inside the freezer for 42 seconds without triggering the temperature alarm, the district manager ordered a full camera replacement. They tore out the entire old system. The footage disappeared. For years, the Alton McDonald's had no more incidents, at least none reported publicly. But in 2021, an anonymous employee posted online saying, "He's still there. Different cameras, same guy. Only shows up around 2 a.m. No one scheduled. Never uses the doors. I don't think he's a ghost. I think he's someone the building doesn't want to forget." To this day, the store refuses to release the footage. When reporters asked about the rumor, the manager simply said, "We don't have anyone by that description on staff." Number 2 is even worse. 2. The PlayPlace that NO kid will enter twice, Jacksonville, Florida. The McDonald's on Old St. John's Road in Jacksonville looks like any other. Automatic doors, the smell of fries, a bright yellow PlayPlace plastic tunnel visible from the parking lot. Families love it, but every employee working the 4 p.m. shift knows the truth. Kids don't stay in the PlayPlace after dark. For over a decade, parents have been reporting the same thing. They'll take photos of their child climbing the jungle gym, smiling, waving, and when they check the photo later, there's always a small figure in the background, always in the same place, always standing, never moving, a little boy. But no child in the restaurant ever matches him. Employees call him the PlayPlace boy. The earliest incident happened in 2009. A mother said her daughter refused to go inside the PlayPlace, sobbing uncontrollably. The daughter said, "The boy inside keeps asking me to follow him." The mother checked, nothing there. But minutes later, another child, a boy around 5, ran out crying, saying, "Someone's whispering my name." When staff went inside to look, the air inside the slide tunnel was freezing. They shut it down for the night. Managers claimed it was air conditioning issues. But in 2015, a night crew member named Melissa posted her experience online. She was doing her closing duties around 11 p.m., wiping down tables. The PlayPlace lights were still on, and the plastic jungle gym reflected faint colors across the tiles. Melissa walked past the play tunnel and froze. Inside the tunnel, tiny handprints were pressed against the plastic. Not old, dusty prints. Fresh ones, smudged, oily, like someone had placed their hands their seconds earlier. Melissa leaned in, shining her phone flashlight inside. The tunnel was empty. She backed away slowly, heart pounding. Then she saw something else. A small pair of shoes placed neatly at the top of the tunnel slide. They weren't part of Lost and Found. They weren't tagged. They looked worn, muddy, and old. She left them there, locked the PlayPlace, finished her shift. The next morning, when the opening crew arrived, the shoes were gone. Managers dismissed it again. But in 2019, the worst incident yet occurred. A father took a photo of his son climbing into the tunnel. Behind him, a second boy is clearly visible, pale, wearing a striped shirt, standing perfectly still inside the tunnel at an angle that would be physically impossible for a real child. The father called the police, thinking an unattended child was stuck in the PlayPlace. Officers searched the entire structure. No child was found. The photo went viral briefly before McDonald's corporate removed it from the internet for privacy violation. Former staff still swear the PlayPlace boy is real, or at least something is. One opening crew member even claims he once heard a voice whispering from inside the tunnels before they were unlocked. Just one word: stay. Let's move to number 1. The McDonald's where the haunting became a full-blown crime scene. 1. The McDonald's that shut down after 3 a.m., Reno, Nevada. This McDonald's on 5th Street used to be 24 hours. Night shift was the busiest: casino workers, truckers, tourists, college kids. But in 2017, something happened that forced the store to shut down every night at exactly 3 a.m. It started with knocking, not on the doors, not on the windows, but on the walls. Employees described hearing someone knock from the inside of the back freezer. Not loud tapping, always 3 knocks, always spaced evenly, always at 3:07 a.m. A maintenance worker checked the freezer. Nothing unusual, but the knocking continued, always at the same time. 6 weeks later, the night shift cook ran into the lobby shaking. He had been prepping for the breakfast menu when he heard whispering from behind the freezer racks. He opened the door, stepped inside, and felt the temperature drop sharply. In the frost on the metal wall, a message appeared, like someone wiped their finger through the ice. "Help me." The cook quit the next morning. Corporate ordered an inspection. They assumed it was condensation or workers messing around. The store stayed open. Then one night, in October 2017, the drive-thru camera caught something that made the district manager lock the restaurant permanently after 3 a.m. At exactly 3:02 a.m., a car pulled into the drive-thru, a black sedan, headlights on, driver invisible behind the windshield glare. The car stopped at the order speaker, engine humming, but no one rolled down the window. No one spoke. No one ordered. The crew member repeated, "Welcome to McDonald's, can I help you?" Silence. After a full minute, the car slowly rolled forward to the pickup window. Still no order. Still no movement inside. The employee opened the window, leaning out to ask if the driver needed help. No one was inside the car. The engine was running, but the seats were empty. The interior was cold. The employee panicked and called the manager. When they reviewed the footage frame by frame, it became worse. In the first frame, the driver cameras should see the seat. In the next frame, the seat was empty. No entrance. No exit. Just gone. Police were called. They traced the car. It belonged to a man who had disappeared 3 months earlier. His family hadn't heard from him since July. The sedan was impounded. The interior showed no signs of recent use. Dust coated the dashboard. After that night, employees refused to work past 3 a.m. Corporate changed the store hours permanently. Closed 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. And here's the part most people don't know. During the renovation in 2022, contractors found something behind the drywall near the freezer. A sealed door. A room that wasn't on any blueprint. Inside were old employee lockers from the 1980s. Rusted, collapsing, empty, all except one. Inside locker number 14 was a folded black McDonald's uniform and a dried-out pair of shoes. Police removed the items. No public explanation was ever given, but the night crew swears something changed after that door was opened. Workers still report hearing the knocking, still at 3:07 a.m. But now, it comes from the wall behind the drive-thru window, even though that wall is solid concrete. Some employees believe someone died in that sealed room decades ago. Others think the knocking is just a superstition that took on a life of its own. But nearly everyone who works the morning shift shares the same rule. Don't be alone in the restaurant before sunrise. And never, ever answer a knock that doesn't come from the door. That was the top 3 haunted McDonald's that will shock you. If you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and buckle up, because next time, we're covering 3 Reddit stories McDonald's employees wish they never shared. Stay safe, or at least, stay out of the PlayPlace after dark.